What if I told you that the most powerful thing you could do to manifest your desires is absolutely nothing? That all the action, all the hustle, all the effort you've been putting into making things happen is actually pushing away what you want. That there's a state of being so magnetic, so powerful, so aligned that it pulls everything to you without you lifting a finger. Today, we're exploring one of the most misunderstood principles in manifestation: magnetic stillness. This is the art of doing nothing while everything comes to you. This is the quantum state where your mere presence becomes so aligned with your desires that reality reorganizes itself around you. This is the secret that ancient mystics, new and modern manifestation teachings have forgotten. Welcome to Quantum Love, where we decode the physics of consciousness and the mechanics of miracles. I'm here to show you that you've been taught manifestation backwards, and that the real power lies not in what you do, but in who you become when you stop doing. We live in a culture obsessed with action. Do more, be more, hustle harder, push through, make it happen. We read told that manifestation requires vision boards and affirmations and scripting and visualizing and taking inspired action and following up and staying consistent and never giving up. And yes, there's a place for all of that. But what nobody tells you is that there's a state beyond action. A state where action becomes effortless because you've become a magnet for what you desire. This state is magnetic stillness. It's not passivity. It's not laziness. It's not giving up or checking out. It's a quantum state of such profound alignment, such deep trust, such complete embodiment of your desired reality that the universe has no choice but to deliver it to you. You become a gravitational force. Things orbit around you. Opportunities find you. People come to you. Synchronicities multiply. And you're just being. In quantum physics, there's a principle called the zero-point field. This is the state of lowest possible energy. Yet it's paradoxically the most powerful state because it contains infinite potential. It's the void, the emptiness, the stillness from which all creation emerges. When you enter a magnetic stillness, you're accessing your personal zero-point field, the place where infinite possibilities exist before they collapse into manifestation. Think about nature for a moment. A tree doesn't hustle to grow. It doesn't set goals or make vision boards or take action steps. It simply roots itself in the earth, opens itself to the sun, and grows, effortlessly, naturally, inevitably. Not because it's doing nothing, but because it's being everything it needs to be. It's in alignment with its nature, and growth is the natural result of that alignment. A flower doesn't force itself to bloom. It doesn't stress about whether it's blooming fast enough or correctly enough. It simply exists in its flowerness, and when the conditions are right, blooming happens through it, not by it. This is magnetic stillness. This is the power of aligned being over frantic doing. You are no different. You have a natural state of alignment, a frequency that's authentically yours, a way of being that's effortlessly magnetic. But most people never access it because they're too busy doing, pushing, forcing, making things happen. They're so focused on the how that they miss the who. They're so caught up in action that they forget about being. Here's what happens in magnetic stillness. Your energy field becomes coherent. In quantum terms, coherence means all your particles are vibrating in harmony, pointing in the same direction, unified in purpose. When your energy is coherent, it's exponentially more powerful than when it's scattered, and doing nothing, truly entering stillness, is what allows coherence to emerge. Think about your energy right now. How much of it is scattered across worries about the future, regrets about the past, obligations you resent, relationships that drain you, goals you're chasing, problems you're trying to solve? When your energy is scattered like this, you're broadcasting multiple conflicting frequencies into the quantum field. You're essentially asking for everything and nothing at the same time. The universe doesn't know what to give you because you don't have a clear signal. But when you enter stillness, when you stop all the doing and just be, something miraculous happens. All that scattered energy comes home. It consolidates. It unifies. It becomes coherent. And a coherent energy field is magnetic. It's like the difference between a regular light bulb and a laser. They both produce light, but a laser's coherence makes it powerful enough to cut through steel. Your coherent energy, cultivated in stillness, is that láser. It cuts through resistance. It bypasses obstacles. It collapses probability waves in your favor without effort. Not because you're doing more, but because you're being more fully, more completely, more aligned. Magnetic stillness also requires you to trust the universe at a level that most people never reach. Because when you stop doing, when you stop controlling, when you stop forcing, your ego panics. Your mind screams that nothing will happen if you don't make it happen. Your conditioning tells you that rest is laziness, that stillness is stagnation, that doing nothing means nothing will come. But this is the lie that keeps you trapped in the doing cycle, that keeps you exhausted, that keeps you chasing instead of attracting. The truth is that the universe is always working on your behalf. The quantum field is always organizing reality in response to your frequency, and your frequency is clearest, strongest, most magnetic when you're in stillness, not when you're in frantic action. This is the difference between masculine and feminine energy in manifestation, and we all have both, regardless of gender. Masculine energy is doing, action, pushing, making things happen. Feminine energy is being, receptivity, allowing, letting things come. Most manifestation teachings are heavily masculine. They focus on the doing, but magnetic stillness is pure feminine power. It's the womb, the void, the dark, fertile emptiness that receives the seed and grows it without effort. When you're constantly in masculine doing energy, you're essentially telling the universe, I don't trust you to deliver, so I'll do it myself. You're blocking the natural flow of manifestation with your need to control. You're interrupting the quantum process with your interference. You're like someone who plants a seed and then digs it up every day to check if it's growing. The constant interference prevents the natural process from unfolding. Magnetic stillness is planting the seed and then walking away. It's trusting that the earth knows how to grow a seed without your help. It's understanding that your job was the planting, the clear intention, the alignment with desire. After that, your job is to maintain the frequency of someone whose seed is growing. Someone whose manifestation is on its way. Someone who knows it's done, even before seeing evidence. And here's the paradox. When you reach this state of magnetic stillness, when you truly embody the frequency of your desire without needing to do anything about it, that's often when inspired action arises naturally. But it's a completely different quality of action. It's not forced. It's not effortful. It's not born from fear or lack or desperation. It's effortless, joyful, obvious. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like play. It feels like the next natural step, not a step you have to figure out and force yourself to take. This is the difference between inspired action and desperate action. Desperate action comes from, I have to make this happen or it won't happen. Inspired action comes from, this would be fun to do, and it feels aligned. Desperate action drains you. Inspired action energizes you. Desperate action comes from the mind. Inspired action comes from the being that emerges in stillness. Most people are terrified of stillness because they're terrified of what they'll find there. In stillness, all the noise stops, all the distractions cease, all the busyness that you use to avoid yourself falls away, and you're left with you. Just you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, your wounds, your truth. This is why most people fill every moment with doing, with noise, with distraction. Because stillness requires you to face yourself. But this is also why stillness is so powerful. In stillness, you can't hide from your misalignment. You can't avoid your resistance. You can't pretend away your limiting beliefs. They all rise to the surface. And yes, this can be uncomfortable. But it's also the greatest gift, because you can't heal what you won't feel. You can't release what you won't acknowledge. Stillness brings everything that's blocking your manifestation into your awareness so you can address it. Think of stillness as a diagnostic tool. When you stop all the doing and just be, you can feel exactly where you're out of alignment. You can sense exactly where you're holding resistance. You can identify exactly what beliefs are blocking your manifestation. And once you know this, you can address it. You can heal it. You can release it. But you can't do any of that while you're busy doing, busy distracting yourself, busy pretending everything is fine. Magnetic stillness also recalibrates your nervous system. Most people operate in a chronic state of stress, of fight or flight, of survival mode. When your nervous system is in this state, you're literally vibrating at the frequency of threat, of not enough, of fear. And the universe responds to that frequency by creating more situations that activate stress, more evidence of not enough, more reasons to be afraid. But in stillness, your nervous system can finally relax. It can shift from sympathetic activation to parasympathetic rest. It can move from survival mode to thriving mode. And this shift changes everything at the quantum level. When your nervous system is calm, your frequency naturally rises. You move from fear-based frequencies to love-based frequencies. You move from lack consciousness to abundance consciousness. And the universe responds accordingly. This is why so many manifestations happen right after you give up, right after you surrender, right after you stop trying so hard. It's not that giving up is the key. It's that giving up often leads to stillness, to releasing the grip of control, to allowing your nervous system to relax. And in that relaxation, in that stillness, your frequency finally becomes magnetic instead of repelling. There's also a concept in Taoism called Wu Wei, which translates to effortless action or action through inaction. It has the idea that the most powerful way to move through life is by aligning with the natural flow rather than fighting against it. It's like a river that doesn't push water downstream. It simply flows, and the water goes where it needs to go naturally. This is magnetic stillness in action, or rather, in non-action. When you practice Wu Wei, when you enter magnetic stillness, you're not passive. You're actively aligned. You're consciously present. You're deliberately tuned to the frequency of your desire, but you're not forcing anything. You're allowing the universe to move through you rather than trying to move the universe yourself. And paradoxically, this is when you become most powerful, most effective, most magnetic. Consider a magnet for a moment. A magnet doesn't chase metal. It doesn't run around trying to attract things to itself. It doesn't effort or strain or hustle. It simply is magnetic, and metal comes to it naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. This is the state you're cultivating in magnetic stillness. You're not chasing your manifestation. You're becoming so aligned with it that it has no choice but to come to you. And here's what most people miss. The universe doesn't reward effort. It rewards alignment. You can work yourself to exhaustion, take massive action, hustle until you burn out, and still not manifest what you want if you're not aligned. Or you can do seemingly nothing. Enter magnetic stillness. Align your frequency with your desire, and watch everything fall into place effortlessly. The universe doesn't care how hard you work. It only responds to your frequency. This is why you see some people who seem to have everything come easily to them, while others struggle despite constant effort. It's not luck. It's not privilege, although external circumstances play a role. It's frequency. It's alignment. It's magnetic stillness. The people who manifest effortlessly have learned, consciously or unconsciously, how to be in alignment, how to maintain a magnetic frequency, how to allow rather than force. So how do you actually practice magnetic stillness? How do you enter this state when everything in your conditioning tells you to do more? Try harder. Push through. It starts with permission. You have to give yourself permission to stop, to rest, to be still, without guilt, without feeling like you're being lazy or irresponsible. You have to deprogram the belief that your worth is tied to your productivity. Begin with physical stillness. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes and simply be. Don't meditate with a goal. Don't visualize. Don't affirm. Just be present with what is. Notice your breath without changing it. Feel your body without judging it. Observe your thoughts without engaging them. This is the foundation of magnetic stillness. Learning to simply be without needing to do. At first, your mind will resist. It will generate 1,000 reasons why you should be doing something else. It will create urgent problems that need solving right now. It will tell you that this is a waste of time. Let it. Don't fight these thoughts. Don't try to silence them. Just notice them and return to stillness. The resistance is normal. It's your conditioning trying to maintain control. With practice, it gets down. As you become more comfortable with physical stillness, you can deepen into energetic stillness. This is where you consciously align your energy field with your desire. Not through force, but through being. Ask yourself, what does the energy of someone who already has what I desire feel like? Not think like, feel like. How does their body feel? How does their breath move? What's the quality of their presence? Then, without doing anything external, become that energy. Embody that frequency, not as pretending, but as remembering. Because in the quantum field, the version of you who has your desire already exists. You're not creating something new. You're aligning with a reality that's already there. And in magnetic stillness, this alignment happens naturally because you're not interfering with it. You might notice resistance arising, parts of you that don't believe you can have what you want, parts that feel unworthy, parts that are afraid of what having it might mean. Again, don't fight this resistance. In stillness, you simply observe it with compassion. You feel it fully without identifying with it. You allow it to be there without letting it dictate your frequency. This is shadow work, happening organically in the container of stillness. Another powerful practice is to enter stillness while already feeling gratitude for your manifestation as if it is already here. Not forced gratitude, but genuine appreciation for what is and what's coming. This combines the magnetic power of stillness with a high frequency of gratitude, creating an incredibly powerful manifestation state. You're not doing anything, but you're being everything you need to be. Magnetic stillness also means learning to be still in your daily life, not just during dedicated practice. It means catching yourself when you're about to take action from fear or desperation and choosing to pause instead. It means noticing when you're about to force something and deciding to allow instead. It means recognizing when you're about to check on your manifestation compulsively and choosing to trust instead. This is advanced practice because it requires moment-to-moment awareness and conscious choice. It requires you to interrupt your conditioning in real time. But this is where magnetic stillness becomes a way of being rather than just something you do for 20 minutes in the morning. You start moving through life from a place of aligned being rather than frantic doing, and everything changes. One of the most profound aspects of magnetic stillness is that it teaches you to be comfortable with the space between desire and manifestation. Most people can't tolerate this space. They need constant evidence that it's working. They need to see progress. They need to feel like they're getting somewhere. And this need drives them back into action, back into doing, back into interfering with the natural manifestation process. But magnetic stillness asks you to be comfortable in the void, in the not yet, in the space where nothing visible is happening but everything invisible is shifting. This is the womb space, the dark before the dawn, the moment before the seed breaks through the soil. Nothing to see yet, but everything happening. And your ability to rest here, to be still here, to trust Derry. This is what allows the manifestation to complete. Think about a woman who's pregnant. For months, nothing is visible. Her body looks the same. There's no external evidence of the life growing inside her. But she doesn't panic. She doesn't start forcing things to happen. She doesn't dig around inside herself to check on progress. She simply rests in the knowing that the baby is forming, that the process is unfolding perfectly, that when the time is right, birth will happen. This is magnetic stillness applied to creation. Your manifestations work the same way. There's a gestation period, an invisible time where everything is forming in the quantum field before it manifests in physical reality. And your job during this time is not to do more, but to be still, to trust, to maintain the frequency of someone whose manifestation is already on its way. The doing will come when it's time for birth, when inspired action arises naturally. But until then, stillness is your power. Many spiritual teachers talk about surrender, and magnetic stillness is the embodiment of surrender. But surrender doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means giving up your attachment to how and when they manifest. It means releasing your grip on control. It means trusting that the universe knows the perfect path, the perfect timing, the perfect way to deliver what you've asked for. And in that trust, in that release, in that stillness, you become magnetic. There's a beautiful teaching from Rumi that says, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." This is magnetic stillness. You're not chasing what you love. You're allowing yourself to be drawn to it. You're letting the magnetic force of alignment pull you and your desire together. But this can only happen when you're still enough to feel the pull, quiet enough to receive the guidance, trusting enough to follow without needing to control. Magnetic stillness also transforms your relationship with time. When you're in constant doing, time feels like your enemy. There's never enough of it. You're always behind. You're always rushing. You're always anxious about running out of time. But in stillness, you enter what mystics call the eternal now. The quantum moment, where past and future collapse and only presence remains. And in this presence, time stops being linear and starts being fluid. In the eternal now, everything already exists. Your manifestation is already complete. The only thing creating the illusion of delay is your consciousness operating in linear time. Checking the clock, counting the days, measuring the gap between desire and manifestation. But when you enter magnetic stillness, when you drop into the eternal now, that gap disappears. You're already there. You're already living it. Not in some distant future, but right now, in the energetic reality that precedes physical reality. This is why time often seems to accelerate when you surrender. Not because things are actually happening faster, but because you've stopped experiencing time linearly. You've entered the quantum state, where manifestation is instant, where desire and fulfillment are one, where asking and receiving are the same moment. And from this state, physical manifestation feels effortless because energetically, it's already done. Magnetic stillness also protects you from one of the biggest blocks to manifestation: attachment to outcome. When you're constantly doing, constantly checking, constantly needing evidence, you're attached. You need it to happen. You need it to happen now. You need it to happen in a specific way, and this attachment creates resistance in the quantum field. It's like trying to hold water in a clenched fist. The tighter you grip, the more it sips away. But in stillness, attachment naturally dissolves. Not because you stop wanting what you want, but because you stop needing it in order to be okay. You realize that you're already whole, already complete, already enough, regardless of whether this manifestation comes or not. And paradoxically, this is when it comes, because you've finally released the desperate frequency that was repelling it. You've entered the abundant frequency that magnetizes it. There's a concept in Buddhism called non-attachment, which is often misunderstood as not caring. But non-attachment doesn't mean you don't have desires. It means you hold your desires lightly. You prefer certain outcomes, but you're not destroyed if they don't happen in the way or time you expected. You're open to something even better. You trust the intelligence of the universe. And this openness, this trust, this is what magnetic stillness cultivates. When you master magnetic stillness, you become like the eye of a hurricane. All around you, life is happening. Things are moving. Energy is swirling. But at your center, there's perfect stillness, perfect peace, perfect alignment. And from this center, you don't get swept up in the chaos. You don't react to every external circumstance. You remain anchored in your frequency, in your knowing, in your trust. And this unwavering center becomes a gravitational force that organizes everything around it. People will notice something different about you, though they might not be able to name it. You'll have a presence, a groundedness, a magnetism that draws opportunities, people, and experiences to you. Not because you're doing anything special, but because you've become someone special. You've become aligned. You've become still. You've become magnetic. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't have to do magnetic stillness perfectly. You don't have to never take action again. You don't have to sit in meditation for hours every day. Magnetic stillness is a state you touch into, a frequency you align with, a remembering you return to. Some moments, you'll be in action, and that's perfect. Other moments, you'll be in stillness, and that's perfect too. The key is knowing the difference between inspired action and desperate doing, between aligned movement and forced hustle. The goal is not to never do anything. The goal is to do everything from a place of being, from a place of alignment, from a place of magnetic stillness, so that even your action is effortless. Even your doing is restful. Even your movement is still at its core. This is the paradox, the mystery, the magic of magnetic stillness. You're fully engaged with life while being completely at peace. You're actively creating while doing nothing. You're manifesting everything while chasing nothing. If this message resonated with your soul, if you felt the truth of magnetic stillness calling you home, hit that like button right now. Your engagement helps this reach others who are exhausted from chasing, ready to learn the power of attraction. through being. And if you haven't subscribed to Quantum Love yet, do it now and turn on notifications, because we're exploring the deepest mysteries of manifestation, consciousness, and quantum creation every single week. Remember, you are not what you do. You are what you be. And when you learn to be still, to be, aligned to be magnetic, everything you've been chasing will find you. Rest in your power. Trust the stillness. I'll see you in the next video.